Day, Thursday, the 17th of October 2024. We have some handpicked match event predictions to share with you, which will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in this list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And to those of you who want to have access to our upcoming match prediction events for this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, based on the long list we have prepared with huge odds to take your winning to the next level, then of course you want to make sure to join to become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan to start to have access to members only videos and match prediction picks comprising of 1.5 and 2.5 goal events, corner kicks, and straight wins to take your winning to the next level. Then of course you want to make sure to join as a member of the Level 2 Pro plan to have access to all of these features to take your winning to the next level. The link is below this video description. You can easily click on it, navigate and join and start to benefit from all of these features. So without wasting time, I'm going to begin with the first match pick of today's list. Looking at this event, the first here, we are looking at Europe in the Champions League women, a match between 20 women against Chelsea women. For this event, of course, looking at the game recent performance of the home team 20, you're going to see that they are good in terms of scoring. That of Chelsea also, on the other hand, is very offensive, scoring between 2 and 3 goals per each event. Looking at the stands performance of these two, this is the second round of this tournament, and both of these two are very good in terms of placement. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks here in full time. The first is looking at 1.5 going full time, and the second is looking at 2 goals over, since both of these two are very good in terms of goal scoring, and they want to impress, making a high performance rating for this to secure lead to have point for a greater stance, leading to goals probability. Therefore, 1.5 or 2.5 goal is our major pick. The next here is in the Bettingn Premier League. We're looking at ROTC against Tensong. Looking at the recent performance of the home, they are very offensive, scoring 1, 3, and 4 goals per each event. The opponent, on the other hand, also proved to be very conceding, high in conceding power. Looking at the stance comparison of these two in terms of form, you're going to see that ROTC, which is the home, sits on the 4th position. For 5 events played, they have scored 13 goals, 6 conceded. That's a good scoring capacity, but that of Tensong proved to be very conceding. And looking at everything in place, we're looking at two major picks. First, since the home team proved to be more offensive and the defense of the away is weak, we are looking at the home to have advantage of the home and try to lead in full time. We also want to look at at least 1.5 or 2 goals over for this event in full time, since the opponent defense, which is the away, is weak. Therefore, the offense of the home will want to take advantage of goal scoring. Therefore, 1.5 goal is the next possibility, or 2 goals over. Looking at the next, we're looking at Thailand in the League One, a match between Buriram against Utah Thani. For this event, the home proved to be very offensive based on recent event they have had, scoring 2, 7, and 6 goals per each event recently. The opponent, on the other hand, also proved that they are good in terms of scoring. Looking at the stands, especially the form comparison of these two, this is the 10th round of this tournament, and of course, Buriram and its opponent proved to be very offensive. Buriram sits on the first. They have had 17 goals scored for 5 events played and no goal conceded. Very offensive and very defensive. Its opponent, on the other hand, is good also at offense, but the defense is not very strong. And looking at the home performance of the home, very offensive at home and very defensive. But the way you can see the defense of the away is not as strong as that of the home. Therefore, we're looking at two major picks. First, Buriram to lead, since its offense is very high at home, but the defense of its opponent is weak, taking advantage of the weak defense of the opponent to lead. Secondly, at least Buriram to score 1 goal or more, or looking just at 1.5 goals in full time is the next probability we want to look at in this event in full time. Looking at the next, We're looking at England in the Premier League Cup, a match between Norwich U21 against Bristol City. The home team proved to be offensive and also very conceding. At the same time, Bristol, on the other hand, is very offensive as well based on some events and also concede. These two, looking here at the form, you're going to see that based on the overall stand here, you're going to see second and third based on recent event they have had. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at major picks here. First, 1.5 goals in full time and 2 goals over. Looking at the next, we look at Europe in the Champions League women. We are looking at Gala women against Roma. The recent performance of Gala have proved that they do concede, especially also prove that they're also very offensive based on recent event, especially in its Super League itself. And also you can see they concede in the Champions League women. Roma, on the other hand, is also a good play team. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks since this is the second round of this tournament. First, we want to look at goals probability because both of this side we want to impress. And looking at high impression rate, there will be the possibility of high strike power on and off target. Therefore, we want to look at the list. 2 goals here, 1.5 goals in full time. The next here is going to be in the Latvia, the Liga. We're looking at RFS against UDA. For this event, of course, the performance of the home proved to be very offensive in terms of recent event they have had, having games especially in the EL itself, that is the Europa League, and also in the Liga of Latvia. The opponent, on the other hand, also proved to be good, but they do concede as well. Comparing the form of these two, especially the stand, and looking at the form, you're going to see that RFS, which is the home, proved to be the best here, having played 5 events. They've had all the 5 wins, having 13 goals scored and 2 conceded. Very, very offensive and very defensive. But UDA, on the other hand, the performance of scoring power is good, but the defense is very, very weak. Therefore, we're looking at 2 major picks here. First, regards to lead, because the defense is very high and the defense of its opponent is not good. Second, at least 1.5 goals in full time. The next, we're looking at Belgium in the Pro League U21, Bettingn against RFS de Liège. We're looking here, the home Bettingn is very offensive based on recent event they have had. Its opponent, on the other hand, also is good, but they do also concede as much as they can. Looking at comparison of these two, it is the 8th round, and looking at the form, we're going to see Bettingn and its opponent is almost on equal stand, and both offense is very good, and the defense of Liège is very poor. Looking at everything in place, we are looking at 1.5 going full time. Since both offense is good, they will try to score, and also the fact that Liège defense is weak, it also shows the probability of goals since it's going to concede goals here. Looking here at the next, we're looking at England in the Premier League Cup still, but this time West Bromwich against Swansea U21. Looking here at the stands or the performance, they are very good in conceding power. Its opponent, on the other hand, very good at offense. Looking at the stands, especially the form, you're going to see the placement here. Swansea City proved to be a very good form. And of course, West Bromwich also good, but they do concede as well. The most valuable pick here is goals probability. And also looking at 1.5 goals in full time is one of our major choice here. Looking at the next, we're looking at in the Champions League women, Europe, Wolfsburg women against Lyon women. Here, both of the two sides, especially Lyon, proved to be very offensive based on recent event they have had. The opponent, the home team, is also good, but they do also concede. The stands here, it is just the second round, both of these two being placed on the first and third. They want to impress, and high impression rate will lead to more goals. We want to look at least 1.5 goal here in full time or 2 goals over. These are some of our major picks of today's picks. And to those of you who want to have access to our upcoming predictions, especially members only videos picks with huge odds, which we have prepared the list for this upcoming weekend game prediction, especially top 10 and top 15 for Friday, Saturday and Sunday events with huge lists to make your picks and boost your winning by a greater percent. Then you want to make sure to join the Level 2 Pro membership package plan to have access to all of these game prediction which we are preparing and releasing very soon to members only. The link is below this video. You want to join to become a member and benefit from these features to take your winning to the next level. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye bye for now.